guys, so today I'm filming my first video back in my room. If you guys are really old school subscribers, you would know I used to record in here and the lighting was bleh, but I'm thinking it's a little better. Crossing my fingers because I just like this background better. I think it's more girly and fitting for the concept of my channel. And also I'm filming on a camera instead of my phone, which is exciting. I don't know if any of you knew I filmed on my phone before this, but I got the Canon G7X in the mail yesterday, and I decided to get a vlogging type of camera even to film my sit down videos for now because I don't have enough money to invest in both. And so I figured this would be good because I could vlog and it's gonna be better quality videos for like my sit down videos, so hopefully eventually I'm able to invest in like a DSLR or something that I like, an actual physical, like, I don't know. This is a good camera. I'm happy with it. It's gonna be better quality than my old one. But yeah, so those are two really big changes to my channel coming at you now. But we're gonna do the first story time video on my channel because I suck and my video was so crappy this weekend. I did not feel comfortable uploading it and I haven't had time to film all week, and I promised you guys 2 videos this week. So I figured story times, everyone seems to love those. I don't really have that many like story time worthy videos on my in my life, and so this was one of the main ones that I had come up with, and I was talking to Courtney about it and she was like, yeah, do it. So we're going to do the time I was broken up with over Facebook, and to make it even better, it was when I was in Mexico, so I was in a different country. But it's all good. So we're going to set the story theme. About 4.5 years ago, this whole relationship started when I was like the summer going into my junior year of high school, and I was 15 when it started. So I went to my first party when I was like 15, and before that, but when I was an underclassman, I wasn't really like known in the school. Not saying by any means I was popular or anything like that, but like I had my core group of like 4 or 5 friends, and that's all I hung out with. Like I didn't really talk to anyone else. And so I went to my first party the summer before my junior year, and that's when I was introduced to all the upperclassmen and all the seniors and all the senior boys. Ooh, so exciting. But at the time I thought it was like so exciting that I got to hang out with like all these really cute senior boys, and I was younger, and I don't know, it's all stupid now, trust me. But at the time I thought it was the greatest thing ever, and I thought I was so cool when I started hanging out with them. So there was like a group of 4 or 5 boys that would come over every single day in the summer, and then also even when school started, after school they would come over for a few hours and we would just hang out and play Wii and do nothing, take naps, I don't know. So over the summer, my friends started coming over, and they brought him over, and I knew who he was because I knew his little brother, and I knew him because they're really attractive people, and everyone like knew who they were. And we're gonna name him Jack. That's not his real name, but that's what we're gonna pretend he is. So Jack would come over, and I think he started messaging me on Facebook or something too. That's what it was. Okay, so he was messaging me on Facebook. He's like, let's hang out, and like it was him and this other really cute kid, and I was like, we gotta do it. So I was like, Court, come with me. So we went to the kid's house and we just hung out and like swam and stuff, and had started hanging out, but like just as friends because I knew like he had the reputation of a player. So whatever, he was texting me, we like hung out a few times with just like as friends, nothing special, and he was talking to this girl at the time. I almost just said her name. He was talking to this girl at the time, and like how he texted me like every day and would tell me that I was like beautiful and all this stuff, but I knew he was like texting her, so I was really confused. And at one point he like kissed me, and obviously I kissed him back because like he was cute, but I just knew in the back of my head the whole time like, you can't do this, Britt, like stop being dumb. But I was 16, so obviously I was dumb. So I told him, I was like, we can only be friends. So we were like best friends, and like he would text me every day, even when he had a girlfriend. Like after he started officially dating that girl, like I didn't kiss him or anything like that. Like when I kissed him for the first time, he was single. Like I would not, like, no, he was single. And so he started dating the other girl because I was like, I can't date you, I'm sorry, I'm just like going through so much, because my neighbor at the time was really sick, and so he was like there for me with that a lot, and he knew I was going through that, so I was like, I can't date you like this. Okay, and he's like, okay, whatever. So we started dating the other girl, and so he would still text me like almost every single day, but like never kissed him, never was like anything. Like he had a girlfriend, and I respected that, and I knew her. And so on my birthday when I was turning 16, he texted me and he was like, come out front. and I like went out front, and was there with 2 dozen roses, and I literally said something about his girlfriend. I was like, does your girlfriend know you like brought me these? He's like, you're my best friend, I'm not doing anything wrong. And like I was 16, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, thank you. Like I was really excited because like my best friend, cute boy, had bought me flowers, and that was the first time like a guy had ever bought me flowers. So whatever, like a month after that, like we were still texting, hanging out, but like just as friends. I don't know how many times I can clarify that. And he broke up with his girlfriend, and he was like, I really want to like talk to you, like I want to date you. And I'm like, okay, whatever, like we can talk, I just don't know if I'm ready to date you, you're a player, blah blah blah. He's like, no I'm not. And I'm like, okay. And so we were like texting a little bit, and he was like, when are you gonna date me? And I was like, I just don't think I can. He's like, okay, well I can't waste all this time dating. I'm like, from memory, I mean this was like 4 years ago, just to clarify, I'm not crazy. And so I know that he started talking to another girl, and that's when I was like, I want to date him now, because it's always you want what you can't have. And at that point, I like told him, and I was like, I'm ready. And he was like, well, I'm talking to someone else. And I was like, okay. And I was like sad, but I understood. And so like a week later, everyone was hanging out at my house, and he like was here, but he like texted me or something. He's like, can we go talk in the other room? And I was like, yeah. Oh, I think it's because he would come over, and my neighbor, who was literally 4 at the time, was calling him a douchebag. And so I think he realized that he was just being like really like messed up. And so he's like, talked to me, and he was like, hey, like I want to be with you, I don't want to be with that girl anymore, like blah blah blah. And that like, why didn't I just like realize how stupid I was being by like how many times he was going through other girls and coming back and then going like, anyways, I was like, oh no way. And so then we started dating. I don't remember if like we started dating then or when, but we were dating, and we dated for about a week. So that probably happened like, I think that was a Friday night before a football game, and then our next football game was Thursday because it was a holiday. It was like in October or something. I know because I went to Mexico, and I go in October, so I want to say like Labor Day or something. I could be completely wrong, but I think it was that holiday. So we had our game on Thursday night, normally Friday nights, and I went to Mexico Friday morning. So Thursday before the game, the whole group of people that always would come over came over, and I know that he was acting really weird. He was fine all day, but then started acting really weird when he got to my house. And I remember hearing the boys like talk about this other girl, and I was just like, didn't really think that much of it because emphasis on prior, I am dumb. And so we got to the game, and we just went our own ways. Which isn't like uncommon for me. I kind of just do my own thing. I just run around like a crazy person all the time. And so this girl who I wasn't really friends with at the time, she ended up becoming one of my best friends, but Kylie came up to me and was like, hey, aren't you dating Jack? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, this girl just came in like for the game, like to the game from like for him, like she doesn't go to the school, she doesn't like whatever. And I like looked over, they were sitting together, and I was like, oh, that's weird, but obviously like I'm not gonna go make a scene, and because we were so like fresh into like our relationship and things like that. So I was just like, okay. So I went and did my own thing, and I like went up to him at the end of the game. I was like, hey, I'm leaving if you want to come say bye. So he like left the girl, and we like went and said bye to his parents, and he like walked me out of the game, and he like kissed me goodbye, and I was like, all right. And then I left, and then he didn't text me that night, which I thought was really weird because he always texts me goodnight. And like it was also weird because I was leaving the country the next morning, so like I don't know. And I know I was like really worried that he was gonna cheat on me that weekend, because I like texted that girl Kylie, and I was like, hey, like I'm just worried. And she's like, I got you, girl, I'll like watch out for him this weekend, like don't worry. I was like, all right, thanks. And so I texted him too, and I was like, hey, are we good? You seemed weird, I'm going to Mexico tomorrow, I just want to make sure. He's like, yeah, we're fine. And I like asked him about the girl. I don't know what he said, something like, oh no, we're just friends. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so I went to bed. And then the next morning I woke up, and we started going to Mexico, and he didn't text me. And I thought it was so weird because I knew he was up because he was at school. I was missing school on Friday to go to Mexico, and he was at school. And like, I don't know, if you knew your girlfriend was gonna lose service for 4 days, you'd think you want to talk to her like as much as you can beforehand. And so he didn't text me at all, and I was like, that's weird. So I texted him like an hour before I got to the border, and I was like, I'm gonna lose service in like an hour, so I just wanted to say like good morning and goodbye because you hadn't texted me yet. And he's like, all right, like have fun, bye. And then he didn't ever text me after that, which I thought was like so weird, because like I said, I'm going to lose service and I'm your girlfriend, you don't want to talk to me? I don't know. So like I still had those feelings like this is not good, but whatever. So I think the first day he had messaged me and like we talked like 2 or 3 minutes because I had Facebook. I don't know why my phone wasn't working, but I had Facebook, but I only got on like once a day. So we like messaged, and then the next day I woke up to a message that's like, hey, can we talk? And I was like, yeah, what's up? But like I didn't get on Facebook until the next day after that, and it was essentially just like a paragraph of a breakup message. I don't remember what it said. If I can find it, I'll insert it like right here, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it because it was like 4.5 years ago. And yeah, so he basically like just broke up with me over Facebook, and I was like, oh, is it for that girl? And he was like, no, like I'm just blah blah blah, because I was just like, cool, whatever. And so I was obviously upset, but the relationship was only like officially a week. Granted, it had been going on for like 4 or 5 months prior. The relationship was like only a week, and so I was just like, okay, whatever. And then I went to school that Monday or Tuesday whenever I went back, and he was like kissing one of the girls. He was like talking like, so yeah, he broke up with me for another girl when I was in Mexico on Facebook. Yes, go Brit. Way to be smart. But it's all good. I wasn't upset for that long because it wasn't like, and we stayed friends. We not right away. It took us a while to become like close again, but we were really close for a few years. We're not in contact anymore, so I don't really care about posting this video. And I mean, I didn't use his name, so you don't know who I'm talking about unless I know you in real life, and then you do know who I'm talking about. But yeah, the moral of the story is kind of just learn from me, I guess. It's better to learn from me. I feel like I want to protect you guys versus you guys learning from yourself, because like mine was very minor, whereas like you could have a lot more emotions and things invested into it, and you could get a lot more hurt. So basically, if you have a gut feeling that someone is not a good person to date, don't date them. Also, if you will like have gut feelings or know something's off, like do something about it. Don't just like play stupid and ignore it. It's better to either like get it over with before like you get more hurt, or also like just don't invest. I had like, Courtney can vouch for me on this. I was like, I don't want to date him for months before I did it. Like, and I didn't want to date him for like 3 or 4 months. Like, there was a reasoning for that. I should have just stuck to that. So just listen to your gut. Do what's right. Even ignore your feelings, because they'll go away, and it's better to ignore them when they're like little versus like major feelings and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my story about the time I got broken up with on Facebook in Mexico for another girl. I love 16-year-old boys, 17, I don't know. I'm sorry if the story time was a mess at all. It's my first one, and I think the storyline's pretty good. I mean, especially the main point where he messaged me on Facebook. But yeah, all right. So I will see you guys on Sunday, because I promised you 2 videos this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment down below if you want to. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye. I mean Sunday, sorry. Bye.